Hello and welcome everybody to another exciting week of racing. It's race 11, it's the Apex East Series Showdown, and it's the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Presented by the fantastic V Speed Network here. I'll be your commentator and producer here this evening. Dean Biggles, you'll have to put up with me just alone for the very first time I'm broadcasting on this fantastic network. The drivers are underway for their lone qualifying session, so they get out there and put the best laps they possibly can in, put themselves in the best possible position they can to win this race. Currently at the moment we'll go over those standings in this fantastic championship because we are race 11, we're 10 down. And of course, we have to go over to see who is the man and the men and the legends in the lead at the moment, of course. And there's your point status at the moment. Jonathan, 6 wins up his sleeve there, dominating this championship. They could call him Jonathan Max Verstappen Cofield, really, the way he's going to keep doing that, at least last season. Daniel, Gareth, Charles, Tracy, Michael Nash, Aaron, Josh Allen, and Brendan Wallace will wrap out your top 10. It's going to get spicy and dicey as you get further down there. But who's going to get that other wins? We've only had, as you can see currently at the moment, Michael's got a win there. Daniel has had a win, as well as the other Daniel Collingham, and Gareth Kinder has also had a win. But Jonathan Caulfield, can he take another one tonight? Or can we have another surprise winner? Find out as we're going to go down to the track side, as the lone qualifying should be getting underway to be finishing at the moment. Riding on board currently at the moment with Mr. Brandon Wallace. He's going to take us for a lap around Charlotte. So ride on board and enjoy. Charles Stevens Jr. is about to start his flying lap currently at the moment around Charlotte Motor Speedway. As you can see on the track map currently at the moment, he's going to be engaging in the final couple of corners. Turns 3 and 4. There's a little bit of a kink, as you can see. It gets a little bit of bumpy here. Slapped on the gas there. Past Barney the Flagman. And put your lap times currently in at the moment for that fantastic driver, as we have plenty of fantastic drivers. Let's have a look currently at the moment. Caulfield looks like the man on his provisional pole at this point. Michael Nash and Lucas Lyons. Quite sure we're showing Rogers up there currently at the moment, but they are still on their flying laps. Welcome. We're not streaming this, unfortunately, live at the moment. This has some sort of technical issue there with it not working. However, I am recording this, so we'll upload it to YouTube for the drivers and the fans to watch it back a little bit later on. As Chuck, the Feltz, gets his way up currently into P11. Aaron, for the Pro-Man Esports, needs to get his Pro-Man Motorsports machine currently into a good time on the board, because we still have a few more drivers yet to see the times, as you can currently see them there. Currently 13, 14, they haven't said anything. Let's see what the man can do. He's going to fly past Barney. I was going to say that's not the main straightaway, because this tricky track, of course, doesn't have a main straightaway. The only one's the back stretch. He makes his way into that very sector of the track currently at the moment. Full speed flying. And that's what you ought to be doing. Not flying upside down, of course, but he is flying at 176, 177 or so miles per hour. I think the peak that was reached by anybody in this track currently at the moment is, believe it or not, Lucas Lyons in P3. He's peaked at 185 miles per hour. Well, 177 goes for Aaron, and he'll make his way currently at the moment up into P4. That might pretty much be done and dusted there for the rest of the qualifying, unless we're going to have some more cars come out on track. It's only a few more minutes and change to go. Jonathan peaked out at 182. Believe it or not, Michael Nash, 173 miles per hour. He's pretty much one of the lowest, believe it or not, for top-end speed. But it's not always about top-end speed. It's about the average that you can do to get the best average lap time around here at Charlotte. I think that might be practically it, as Aaron will make his way down to pit road. as it does now. I don't see anybody else currently out on track at the moment. We do have at least Tony Errington. We have Matt Rogers, Daniel Holdcraft, Alan Smith, and Johnny Caulfield. Perhaps related to Jonathan, not Caulfield, sorry, it's my first time. And the in this fantastic Apex Esports Showdown League as well, too, presented by VSpeed. So I'll do my best and struggle along. Unfortunately, because we're not streaming it live, I would not have to engage with the fantastic audience out there on YouTube, which I'd like to do. Perhaps you could even help me out. But you know what? I'm going to jump into the deep end and I'm going to learn how to swim tonight. Perhaps these drivers will have to learn how to not only swim, but drive their way around this fantastic racetrack. Whilst we wait for that qualifying to wrap up, you need a bit of butt kicking. Of course, those butt kicking will kick your system into gear. And your racing rig, it's fantastic. If you ever use that butt kicker equipment, it is absolutely amazing. It's a rumble in the jungle of motorsports. Back in just a minute. Welcome along on course to the Apex E-Series Showdown here at Charlotte. And the man on pole is Jonathan Caulfield by 30.9 on the dial there. About 1/10 off, there's Michael Nash, followed by Lucas Lyons will be lined up next to him. Aaron Adcock will be in P4 there. Gareth Kinder will be in P5. Jesse Whittington will be in your P6 position along line, the next row back with Michael Kostek. Charles Stephen Jr. will be in the P8 position. Tracy Passions and Christian Dedmon will be in to 10th place. Clint Resist and Chuck Feltz will be in your 12th positions as we further go down to the grid there. We will also have Brandon Wallace, P13, lucky for some or not. Daniel Holdcroft, Alan Smith, and Matt Rogers, the Rockstar, as long with Johnny Caulfield and Tony. They did not set any times because we're going to get ready to go racing here, presented by the Apex Sim Racing, custom racing gear that you can get. You might need some custom racing gear around this classic track here at Charlotte. In the United States of America, it's time for some classic Ford motor racing. Of course, Ford and Chevy for the F-150s. I'll see if I can do my absolute best at this. I've never solo casted in quite some time. But bear with me. It's not about myself. I try to present the magic on the screen with the pictures. It's the drivers that do all the hard work. I'll tell you what, Jonathan Caulfield might be looking for win number 7 in a row if he get it done when that pace truck peels into pit road. We should be getting ready to go green, green, green by Barney the Flag Man. Whether or not we will see his family member, which of course is the other Flintstones member in the safety car. Should get ready to go green now. And let's go racing. Let's sit back, relax, and enjoy the first lap. So far, so good. Is it going to be basically remain single file? Well, it looks like there's a bit of attack coming at the back there at the moment, as number 13 Ford truck is putting a little bit of an inside advantage there for the 13, and that's Aaron Adcock around the outside line, and that's the first of our 2 runners side by side simultaneously, really, at this great track. trying to get some job done. 120 big laps around here. Of course, you'll expect some pit stops there. Fuel and tyres will be required. So far, Jonathan still has a little bit of a dominating, not so much of a dominating lead. Lucas Lyons has gained one position currently in the moment. Sit there in P2. Keep Mr. Jonathan Caulfield at bay, but the big battle currently at the moment is really occurring around here in that hot zone of P3, P4, and P5. As you see the 27 on the inside of Michael Nash. And he will take that inside advantage there. But when you come out of the exit currently at the moment, that's when the speed will come on the outside lane. You can see the battle brewing between these two gladiators as they cross another lap to start lap 4. Further back, there is Tracy as well too. Passions has passed. That's the 53 machine. But we'll keep an eye on this battle currently in a moment because I feel that this is something brewing here under green flag conditions at Charlotte. Up further at the moment. Aaron's also on the back there of Lucas. He's also on the back of Jonathan. So Jonathan Caulfield's lead has just dropped back quite a bit. We're right a little bit on board right now with the current championship leader. Spicy Dicey looking for an attack currently at the moment from Aaron. From Lucas Lyons, for the JC Motorsports number 48 Chevrolet. He's just keeping the Apex Sharkman of Mr. Caulfield at bay. And I say risking it for the biscuit of overtaking opportunities just yet. Got to feel comfortable, get that truck, get the tyres all into the prime conditions there. Get a good feel for the temperatures. As you can see, it's late in the afternoon as well too. So fully packed out grandstand here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for round 11. And Lucas is just happy to be at bay at the moment. I don't think he's going to be risking it for the biscuit, as I said, just yet. He's sizing up Caulfield. What he wants to do as well, too, is he wants to put a mirror. He wants to see Jonathan's Caulfield's mirrors absolutely jam-packed full of a machine. Put the pressure on, I always say, as a motor racer. And that's one that I like to ask the chat, but unfortunately we don't have a live chat at the moment. But I was like, would you like to be the chaser or the chased? The predator or the prey? Perhaps. Some drivers are very, very happy to sit there and follow another driver for forever, really, until it comes down to the last lap. Almost like Indianapolis, if you watched that one just recently on the weekend. As you can easily, well, not easily, but you can win a race in P2 when it comes to the crunch time. We're talking about that at lap 120. Currently at the moment, we are about to start lap 9, and those top 3 are going for it too for now. Aaron's starting to catch them. A little bit of a breakaway back to Gareth Kinder, and then Mike Kostek further back, but still green. There's Barney. He's happy not to be waving any flags because the green ones you only want to see, and motor racing is all you're going to get currently here on the V-Speed Network. Jonathan Caulfield leading. Battle back in the field there at the moment. Tracy Parsons and Michael Nash side by side. Starting a battle there. You have to give it to Tracy Parsons at the moment. If he can hold on to this position, he would be gaining 3 positions for the 53 machine. So he's got 3 somewhere on that side of that car. Looking solid. The only other driver that's gained as many places as that, actually, if we move further back there, is Matt Rogers. Just dropped a place, actually. He's about to say he had 5 gained. But your time, my friend. And the other driver as well, too, is, Tracy Parsons still going 2 for now at this one. And I'd have to say, Mike Kostek at the moment has also gained 3 places. He's currently sitting at P4. Still, there is a bit of a battle for the lead there, and currently at the moment, Jonathan Caulfield is holding on. Well, the man's won 6 races in the past. Very capable of winning races again. It's more about what the rest of the field are going to do. Like, what are they going to do about that man? Are you going to take away the championship? Are you going to let him take away the championship? Or are you going to fight for it? I'll tell you what, right now, Lucas says, I don't care how many races this man's won. I want to win one myself, and I want to win this one here at Charlotte. I'll be presenting you your commentary here this evening, as well as your pitches. Dean Biggles, whatever you'd like to call me, doesn't really matter. I will have to take a little pause breaks every once in a while because I'm very used to colour commentating with a side commentator. So when I take those pauses, just because I just want to run my voice into the... It's almost like I need to take a pit stop down there and get a new vocal cords, as these drivers will have to get down there in the pit road and get some more gasoline and tyres on this. And look at the temperature currently in the moment. I'll show you the temperature here at the moment in Charlotte. As you can see currently at the moment, 27 degrees. That's Celsius, I apologise. It's not in Fahrenheit. But it's quite cool because it's the evening, you can see. You're talking about 20 in the evening. So you're almost talking about, well, are we talking about morning or after? We're talking about the evening currently in the moment. 5 p.m, the winds don't really matter too much there. And the humidity is about 45%. That's pretty good, comfortable racing conditions, I would have to say. Look at the spicy and dicey here for the battle for currently for P3. As you can see, the 17's leading that one. Aaron Adcock, Mike Kostek, and Gareth Kinder are all duking it out for that third podium position. Way too early, of course, with 15 of 120 to go on that one. But it's keeping us very, very, very entertaining as well, too, as Jesse's keeping us entertaining. Tracy Parsons, they've been going for it too for now. Tracy Parsons has dropped back a couple of places currently at the moment, as well as Michael Nash. Michael Nash, that's a little bit further up the road there, 27 machine. He's dropped back 4, but there's probably some strategy at play this early in a race. Some drivers like to just take the tow, save some gasoline, take it easy, and realize there's more at play. And there's more at play at the moment. Aaron is under attack currently there at the moment from Mike. Mike is the number 4 machine. On the 17 is Aaron, and they're going for it too for now. Let's go on board right now, I think, with Gareth, so we can actually keep an eye on this battle. Here it is. Bird's eye view from the Reaper Racing 13. Pick your path. Pick your choice. I don't suggest 3 wide just yet, gentlemen. As you can currently see at the moment, get squeezed into the fence at the moment. Now, perhaps the 13 can get a little bit of tow. We'll get some side draft currently at the moment there from Mike in the P4 machine. But it gets very, very dangerous if they start switching in front of each other, as you're all aware. But it's fun racing. A lot of strategy at play. I do a lot of road courses and European leagues and things like that. A lot of commentators and drivers and stuff like, oh, it's easy, just turn left. You don't realize the draft. It's like a vacuum cleaner sucking your machine into somebody else at these higher speeds. It's strategy as well too. The tires, the fuel, that's fuel saving, the consumption, how you're going to burn your tires out, where you go on the inside line, the outside line. It's a lot different than road courses. It's not as easy. And that's sometimes what the Europeans don't necessarily get. But you know what? It's an iRacing simulator. You can jump on there and download the cars and get the track there and try it out for yourself. And when they do, they actually come back and tell me, you know what, Beagles, it is hard. I don't know how they do it. That's exactly right. It's the same thing as well, too, the opposite places. You find a situation where, you know, some of these drivers here will go, I can't do a road course. I can't drive an open-wheel car. Each to their own. But these drivers, I'll tell you what, these gentlemen at the moment, these gladiators are doing a solid job because we're 20 down currently in good green flag conditions. Good wheel-to-wheel racing, allowing enough space and attacking, getting some overtaking opportunities done when they need to get it done. Further back in the field, there is a good squabble of cars here. That's Matt Rogers, the rock star there. Chuck Phelps has got the job done for the poor old man. Pig Fish, number 75 Machine Racing. And then further back, Alan Smith. So maybe we're right on board with Alan because we can probably get a good bird's eye view of what's happening. I can't read what's behind his screen machine there in the text, but it says I'm just something falling off. Hopefully not falling off the raceway, my friend. You're doing a solid job at least. You've started in 15th, you were in 15th, so no gains, no losses. Plenty of time to get it done. Go back further. More action brewing currently at the moment, once again, as I said, for that final podium position. Jonathan Caulfield still leading the attack that Lucas Lyons has laid off a little bit there. He's backed off once again, maybe looking at some different strategy at the moment, but side-by-side action currently at the moment, 13 in the 4. We've seen that a few times here this evening. The big frig keeps on burning. As that's Gareth turn. Ah, the big frig keeps on burning. And we're burning our way through the laps, actually, here around Charlotte. Oh, what happened to the fence at the moment? 13. Nobody's tagged the fence, or at least taken the fence for a dance, or brought. I always say you're going to go take that fence for a date, my friend. Buy it flowers first, and I'll tell you what, Jesse here at the moment for the 94 machine gets past and makes his way currently at the moment to P6. That's where he started. He's got Michael Nash on his tailpipe, wanting to take that position back. My apologies, Jesse Willington up the road there wants to not block and deny the 27 machine there of Michael Nash to get that job done. Further up the field, here we go. We couldn't even get close enough to seeing 3 abreast. Not quite yet, gentlemen, unless you're bold and brave, as we're looking for the helicopter camera angle. And there it is, sending up the inside. It's going to get spicy and dicey right now. This is when the tires start to get a little bit more scrubbed. Drivers start to get a little bit more eager for positions. Fantastic racing. That's what I always say. We've got a caution on the Speedway. And, well, I had to say, not too bad, really. Not too bad. That could have been a stage caution, if I'm not mistaken, because I don't see any incidents on the track. Got the track map real quick. Once again, I am very, very... I'm just new to the league as well, too, for commentating here. That's fantastic V-Speed network. You know, as I said, throw it into the deep end. No, that's a stage caution. That's a manual stage caution. There are no cars around anywhere on the track, which I would expect at some point, at the moment, drivers would take an opportunity, of course, to box. I call it box, sorry. Pit under the green, sorry, caution flag conditions. Butt kick is going to kick you in the butt once again. Will it kick these drivers in the butt when they're heading pit road soon? Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to race 11, and they, as expected, they're all going to head down to pit road. Of course, it's a cheap pit stop. It's a caution pit stop, and there wouldn't be a driver on the planet that's not going in the pit road right now. All 18 of our fantastic gladiators are going into pit road. I won't do anything of calling a driver in for a quick chat or a yarn or anything like that, because I'm broadcasting as well, too. I don't want to accidentally put him in the wrong channel that they're chatting into. It would be absolutely horrible if I did that one. Jonathan will be the first in. Will he be the first out will be the key. It's all about timing your pit stops. The drivers themselves will actually have a lollipop person there to give them a little indication where they need to stop and see the 48 might have just Lucas got hammered on the gas out of there. He wanted to try to get a jump there on Jonathan almost, and too much wheel spin as well too, my friend. You could have even spun out there and lost that P2 position, but Jonathan, being the man that did qualify on pole, just remember in the audience out there, he'll have the opportunity, of course, of going into the very last pit stop box. And that's why we call it box, actually. When you hear it in Formula 1 and things like that, they call it a box because that's the box that you stop on your pit lane. And Jonathan did that and came back out first. So the advantage, of course, is qualifying is that you have that last one. If you're a little bit further back, of course, you have to navigate through a pack of cars, then try to figure out where your lollipop person is so that you can stop on a dime as quickly as possible, especially when everybody's boxing at the same time. And then, of course, you got to take your gas, you take your tires if you choose to elect to do it, one side or the other, and then get on your gasoline and get back out there as quickly as possible. I don't think there's too much switcheroo, really, between there, although Jesse's come back in again. And also Brandon Wallace. I suspect that's a speeding in the pit road. That's a drive-through. I think it's a drive-through. No, Jesse's gone in and Brandon has. So this is where I kind of need a co-commentator to elaborate that, or at least the audience out there, to give me some sort of indication of what's happened. Because they already take the pit stop. They took that pit stop with everybody else did at the same time. But they elected to come back around again. They're both going to drop to 17th and 18th last on the grid, but they will catch the main pack, so they will not lose a lap. They'll be straight on the same leading lap. But is that a strategy call of taking extra tires or taking a little bit extra gasoline that might come into play? But that's only, we're talking about 1 lap or so of gasoline. I'm not quite sure what that benefit would be, but then again, I'm not the expert when it comes to truck racing here at the Apex E-Series. I push the buttons and bring the excitement as an entertainer. The drivers, once again, they're the gladiators. They're the ones that have to perform Coliseum of Charlotte Motor Speedway. We should get ready to go green anytime soon. Bunny should be waving that flag, and it's going to be fun because whether or not that attack is going to continue completely, once again, on our man that's been leading every lap of this race at the moment, and leading the series, Jonathan Caulfield, has to do it again, my friend.
Green, green.
Let's go racing. Big time bold grooves at the moment there around the outside. They're going bold and brave because they're going 2 abreast a lot of the times now. A little bit more comfortable with this. Very much more comfortable. Lucas might have the lead. Lucas may have the lead at the moment. We have 3 abreast actually. Aaron's sniffing a part of this party. He says, all right, let's go. It's Charlotte. It's motor racing at its best. He's like, if Lucas could do it, can I do it currently at the moment? That's Aaron. And here we go. In the P3 position, perhaps P2 coming anytime soon there, and have that caught Jonathan Caulfield sleeping or napping on that restart. Either way, Lucas for the first time is in the lead of this race. Aaron's in P2, and well, our race leader is now in P3 under a massive pressure and a gaggle of cars there. So I don't know what Jonathan is doing currently at the moment. Well, I can't really blame this man for if he's doing anything right or wrong, because remember, this is a man that's a 6-time race winner in this series. So it could be a strategy into the fence. That's Aaron. Aaron into the fence. And there'll be a super amount of damage for 17. He's going to drop like a 1929 stock exchange and have to head back to this gaggle of cars behind there. And they're at full speed, remember. Aaron's recovering from a tank slapper. So he's just going to have to sit out there and just sadly get back into the speed there, which he slowly is currently doing at the moment there, and get his car and get composure. And if he did bent the steering wheel or anything like that, get back into the composure of that car and realize you're still in the race, my friend. You're pointing in the right direction and analyzing, basically, maybe to his race engineer and stuff like that. How do I go? How's my damage? So forth and so forth. Lucas Lyons currently leading, 33 of 120, 88 to go. Welcome along. Bold and brave to send around the outside, of course, but that just means you're going to take an opportunity, because you could see you scrub off some speed at the moment. Mike Kostek a little bit further back there. Looking at these two, that's Aaron actually back here in the 17. He's got Mike Kostek on the inside currently at the moment. As you can see, those bumps just really catch those rollers off. So those bumps absolutely destroy you. That's what I've heard, of course. I'm not a driver myself in these vehicles, so unfortunately, I can't give you any really technical information about that. Usually, we have a race driver into the broadcast room as well too that will give you that indication. I can just tell you how it feels, at least what I've heard and what it looks like as a broadcaster, that they are tricky. You do learn, actually, about race driving as a broadcaster. Further back, there's huge action, actually. Massive action back here. And we're talking about the P8, 9, and 10th so positions, as Charles, as you can see, Stevens Jr. for the Full Lock Racing. Battling that of Christian Demon and Clint Rist. Sorry, I'm sometimes very horrible with names. First time I've actually heard some of these names this evening. But I can guarantee you one thing, they are having some fun out there because it's good, clean racing. We've had I'm not going to touch wood on this one. We've had no wrecks. The caution was called because this was a manual caution. So, tell you what, driving at these speeds that close together, fantastic dedication, skill, and commitment to get that done. But back at the top end of the timesheets, let's see how it's going to panning up at the moment there, because he was our race leader, he's our pole sitter, and look at the slowdown he had to do a little bit. He's really left off the gas. Brings Tracy Parsons into big time play here. As we're going to go side by side. Currently at the moment, we're on the P4 machine there, the 53 machine in P4 there of Tracy Parsons. Jonathan Caulfield led every lap of the race up to that manual caution. And once Lucas got past him, he's in the lead. But Jonathan Caulfield's up to P2 at the moment, but is he in P2? He's side by side with Gareth Kinder for the Reaper Pro Man machine. This is fantastic racing. 38 of 120, 83 to go. Keep it sharp, guys. Love it. And don't get too loosey-goosey yet. We'll listen to the cars for a little bit because I have to save my voice for a little bit because I get bloody excited here. Billy Diffie knows all about that one. If I can't pass it off to anybody else, I have to do it myself, but I also have to save my voice because last time I've commentated alone for a race, I couldn't even speak anymore. I was like, I can't speak anymore. Let the drivers do the speaking for us as we're going to continue to watch the battle for P2. I love it. Sometimes those fan cams are brilliant. This is actually helping Lucas because this battle behind Lucas is getting him almost a second and change up the road as they're going for it too for now, as you can see at the moment. I'm wondering if Tracy's getting a little bit upset about this. If he's going to find I'm going to sit back at the moment and happy just to follow it, because where's he going to go? I mean, that's a bold and brave to go 3 abreast around here in Charlotte. I think he's just waiting to seize any opportunity of any mistakes that's going on. But he's also going to be thinking at the moment, there's Michael Nash in the 27 machine behind him. And they're starting to catch at a drastic pace. So there's a lot going on in the drivers' minds. Of course, their race engineers may be telling them exactly what's going on in the background. There's also action at the back there as well. I do apologize for not catching all that action. But I'm really excited about what's happening at the business end of the timesheet. As lap 43, 78 to go. We're clicking through these quickly. We are clicking through these very quickly, which is just goes to show you the passion and how much respect these drivers have for the Apex E-Series Race 11. Because they're driving with respect, but they're also driving like their pants off. But hey, we are still plenty. I think it's more impressive that they're actually biding their time and not risking it for the biscuit until it comes down to business time. And you know what happens when it's business time? That's 10 laps to go, generally. 58 on the 13. I love the wheel-to-wheel racing when you come out to that wall. As the 13 legs at 58 is on the inside apron. As they come back out, that's the thing as well, too. You get sucked into each other like a vacuum cleaner. And they're aware of it. They're allowing just enough space. It's more importantly that the 58, of course, of Jonathan, he's going to go up to the fence. The 53 behind him as well, too. That fence comes out and approaches you quickly. He wants to get as close to the fence as possible. 58 has to allow him. That's Jonathan, sorry. I'm talking about Gareth in the outside. As because you get close to that fence, you get a massive gain of speed exit out of the corner. And bang, didn't get it quite there, Gareth. So I think Jonathan finally got him covered off, but Gareth's going to try to attack back, of course, no doubt on this one. Now, where's he going to go? It's more importantly about where is Jonathan going to go? And actually another thing as well, too, that Lucas that almost had a second gap up the road there, he's now been drawn in. And if they get to about 3/10 down, as they're getting closer and closer, you can see Caulfield above it. He's getting into that. He's going to get into the draft zone. Once he gets in that draft there, Lucas is no longer going to be a solo party up the road there. He's going to be under pressure there for the rest of this crew. And this is fantastic. And you can see behind currently in the moment from Jonathan, more than anything, Mike Cossack and Gareth, that's the 4 and 13 machine, are going to be going for 2 now. And that, I think that 13 machine being hung and dry. Let's get us a little toe from everybody. Anybody going to come up there and give them a little bit of a slipstream? No, they're going to tuck in, single file. This is where you've got to have your teammates and your friends becoming help. Because when you do break that dirty air and you're all by yourself, I've said this before many times in streams, it's like putting your hand out the window, wind the window down when you're on the motorway, and you put your hand out. You feel that friction of the air slamming against your hand? That's exactly what it feels like when a car is out by itself breaking the air. So if you can find your way to get somebody to give you a little bit of toe and break that air, bingo. You've seen it even in Olympics before when they do the cycling and things like that, when they're following each other side by side. Oh, challenge for the lead. I think Caulfield wants it back. He may want it back. The man that is the lead of the championship at the moment, that's the 58 machine. He says, all right, Lucas, I'll get you a little bit of a run for your buddy for a bit. But guess what, my friend? I want it back. All right, you've had it. You had your chance. You've got a little bit of a run for your money there. And Lucas is going, you know what? No, I'm sorry. It ain't going to happen. I want it, my friend. I'm going to battle you tooth and nail. And door banging. They're getting close enough to that. This is fantastic racing. 50 of 120. We're almost getting to the halfway point at the moment there. And I'm loving Lucas's fight. I'm loving the 48 machine. He's not intimidated by the man leading championship, the man that's won six races. He does not care. He is in this to win it, and he should be in it to win it. He's not getting a little bit of a lump tap there to remind him that he is. Perfect. Fantastic racing. Let's have a look how it's going to go. 58 to 48. Whatever happens at the moment, there's an 8 that might be leading this race. And of course, all that action, you can't ignore what's happening further at the back there. Good job too, as well, two drivers. I love it when the drivers choreograph their overtakes so that we can get the cameras at the right place at the right time. That's what I love. Although it's never planned, it just works out brilliantly when it is. It just makes the broadcasting work a lot more better as we're seeing a huge gaggle of cars back here. We're talking about 6, 7, 8 for 9th, as you can see, currently your timing board to your left. Fantastic wheel-to-wheel racing between these drivers, and respect is the key. I broadcast a lot of races. I basically broadcast and commentate 2 to 3 races a day, and I never see this much respect in many leagues. So hats off to the fantastic Apex Esports Showdown Racing League. I spoke to one of the gentlemen earlier as well too. He came up, had a bit of a chat to me. I think it was Aaron, and he was like, he's like, we're here to have fun. This is what it's all about, having fun. And I tell you what, right now, Gareth is having some fun because the 13 machine may have just snuck past Lucas as Jonathan's getting a big gain up the road there. I think this is what the call is for the rest of these drivers. They're going, gentlemen, are we going to work together here? Do you want Johnny to win another race? Or are we going to work together to try to steal it away? Because look at the gap he's got. It's almost a second. And when you're that far down there, you're not getting a slipstream anymore. And these drivers have to start working together somehow along the line. They have to start going, guys, we got to do something. Look at this gaggle of cars behind them as well. But I've always said that at that point, you're coming down to, who do you want to win the race? And I think this is what they're starting to decide to each other. We don't know. I don't know specifically. They are talking to some of these drivers, are obviously talking to each other in the Discord chat. And make sure you do sign up, of course, if you want to be a part of this fantastic racing league, because it's a fun racing league, no doubt. Let's get high on the fence there currently at the moment for Mike, who is up 5 positions there. Gareth is fighting tooth and nail for him. But all this time, look at that, almost 1.5 second Caulfield has over the shenanigans. This is where these drivers, as I said before, they need to start working together somehow. Even if they're your opposite teams, your arch rivals, it doesn't matter. At this point, you're gonna have to be allies until you get to that 110 lap, and then it's all game on. But the problem is, until they do that, good old Caulfield up the road there is going, I'm happy. I've just shaved another 2 tenths off you guys battling. Look at that. He's almost 1.6 seconds up the road. They're squabbling here. Gentlemen, you have to work together. Once Johnny's down that road, my friend, he's gone. He's off to the next race. Speaking of the next race, of course, here's the calendar. Because look at that. The next one. We are heading. Just double check that really quickly because it's just pull up the graphic at the moment there. But yeah, we're heading to the Worldwide Tech 100 laps. So that's exactly what drivers need to be thinking about right now. What are you going to do in the championship? Still plenty of races to go, about halfway through the season. But the action is absolutely everywhere. We'll go aboard Lucas Lyons for a second and have a look at this one. Oh, I had to cut back to this for a second because I almost saw 3 abreast back here. Wow, somebody had to lift off there big time because I sensed some sort of danger occurring there. Sorry, I had to cut away from that battle up into P2 and P3 at the moment. As you can see, there's 2 battles at the moment, P2, P3. There's a battle back there, P4, P5. This is exciting and dicing and slicing, and look at that. It's brilliant. I'm trying to get the best camera angle I can capture all the action at once on one screen at one time. That'll be the best that I could possibly do. And on top of it, talk about it whilst we're doing it. And there you go. Gentlemen, choreograph your overtakes, please, so that I can... Well, they can't hear me anyway, because this is going to be recorded and uploaded later due to a little technical difficulties. But don't you worry about it. Here at V-Speed, we'll get it all sorted out. We will upload it. We'll, nothing's going to stop us from producing. We have somebody to... we have pit roads. We have pit stops. We have pit stops. Interesting. We have half a field going in. No, in fact, one of the drivers is into the fence, almost getting into the pit road. Come on, slow it down, my son. Can't remember exactly who that is in the background. I do apologize. I am new to the league, but definitely that white machine in the background. Eventually got it hooked around. So we have half a field from 9th down to 18th of boxed pitting, as you can see, PIT on your left hand. So the rest of the field here are going to elect to stay out. Are they going to stay out for another? Jonathan, look how far away he is from everybody else. I mean, whatever he elects to do, Bike is so far back. How's he going to react to it? And what's interesting as well, too, is when that traffic comes back out of pit road, I'll show you that track map. That'll come into play. So Johnny's going to come around. Let's see if he ducks into the pit road. Now, this is, remember, the 6-time champion and 6-time race winner. Nope, he's out for another lap there. Mikey, out for another lap. And these drivers are continuing on a different strategy. That'll be very, very interesting. And Tracy Parsons gone in by himself? He has. That's very interesting, Tracy. So this is going to spread the field. Look at the track map. It'll spread the field out big time here. We did have 2 of those drivers before that did go down to pit road earlier. 2 of them. I can't remember exactly right now who they were, but if they took a little bit more gasoline or not. But currently at the moment, there we go. So the leader's in. Now, anybody going to follow him? Yes, some will. Chris will. Lucas will. Aaron will. Tracy will. Well, Tracy's already in. My apologies. So the 2 drivers elected to stay out currently at the moment. Mike, and Jesse. So when are they going to go in? Be interesting. So Brandon Wallace has also stayed out too. Here he is. Here's Brandon Wallace, the 99 machine. So they're the only other drivers that have stayed out. They boxed back on, a pit stops back on that stage broke on P27. Here you go. They're coming in. Yeah, at this point. So what's crucial? Staying out the extra lap or not. The undercut, the overcut, as we would say it in open wheel racing, would be crucial here. Brandon Wallace stayed out. It's the only man stayed out. Oh, or just completely missed. Oh, Brandon! Whoa, there's caution. I don't know if that was caused because of Brandon or Aaron. Aaron spun. There it is. So here it is, our first caution, actually legitimate caution of the race. It's going to be interesting to have a look at. Let's have a little replay. So Aaron comes out of pit road here. This is what's happened. I think this is the 101 Classic that he's come out of pit road and oh yeah, too much on the loud pedal and oh, didn't even get out of pit road completely. And that's caused the caution. You can't turn it around there and gonna have to back it up. Problem is backing it up because you're on the pit road exit. There we go. So Azza, sorry, I'm gonna do my very Australian on you. He's gonna come back out and he'll be back out. Brandon Wallace comes. This is actually might be pretty good. No, maybe not so much for Brandon Wallace. He was the only one that hasn't gone to pit road yet, and now he's gonna have that gaggle of cars going past, which means Mike will be our current race leader. And where is? I'm just trying to find currently at the moment, Mr. Caulfield, P3. So Jesse's also going to gain on that. So I'd say that Mike and Jesse, by staying out by one lap later, have done the undercut. Amazing work. And that's strategy at its best. Now, whether or not they can hold off Jonathan or not is going to be the key. Don't go anywhere. We're back up to kick your butt with some more butt kicking racing. And there you have it. So the pace car lights are still on. We may get another lap at the moment, but here's Mike currently at the moment. He's leading this one. Those cars will have to sort itself out in a second. As you can see, there's a few cars up the road there. They will get the runaround from race control so that Mike can get back up into the lead of this one. And speaking of this one, we're speaking of those championship standings, and this is exactly what we were talking about before here. So Jonathan Caulfield, solid on 6 wins. More importantly, where is Mike? I'm just having a look through here. Michael has had a race win. He's in P14 currently in the moment championship, 226 points. This could be good for Mike. That second race win will be the only other driver currently at the moment in Apex Sim Racing that has won more than one. So he's going to be thinking about that one. Jesse, currently in the moment in P2, the 94 machine. That'd be a huge gain for him if he can get the race win, or at least get good crucial points there, because, you know, back in P20 in the championship, that's a huge boost, and that's a huge amount of points you can get yourself. And, of course, Jonathan Caulfield in P3 at the moment, he's just thinking, well, you know, I get another one. And we can't forget about Gareth Kinder as well, because he is P3 of the championship. He's also had one race win. And if he can get this one, it'll be fantastically a huge boost and probably put him even to P2 in the championship. Daniel Cunningham, unfortunately, is not here this evening, as you can see as well. So that will be the gain that Gareth could possibly get as we get to go green racing here soon. I was going to say, welcome along, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And I hope for you, it's not live currently in the moment. I'm recording this so we can put it back up there live later on. A little bit of technical issues, and I'm Dean Beagles, casting for the very first time here on the fantastic V-Speed Network and producing the Apex E-Series Showdown. And Barney is holding that yellow flag up there. We'll give him another lap around here. Give us a bit of a breather, actually, as well as the drivers. I'd like to ask the chat. I'd like to ask somebody else in the booth there or drivers, like, what do you do to prepare when you have this kind of like a long break? Because it's quite a long break, really, at the end of the day, because you've been racing hard for 60 plus laps, and if you need to scratch your nose or adjust your chair and move around a little bit, that's the only time you really have an opportunity. Because other than that, you're on the pedal to the metal. It's full speed. That is what is interesting. Unfortunately, well, we'll get to talk about that sometime in the future when we are live. But for now, what's live about this? We're on the backstretch, and that pace car lights are off. So Mike has a job to do, and Jesse has a job to do. And that job to do is to keep the current champion, Jonathan Caulfield, in P3 behind him for the remainder of the 52 laps. That will be the key. The rest of the field are packing up at the back there. You can see currently at the moment 17 and the 77 will join the rest of the field. So by the time we go green, we will have a full pack racing here on the V-Speed network for the Apex round 11 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. What do you reckon, Barney? Gonna take it away? Are we gonna go green? Sure, love to. This is called motor racing. And Barney, wave the flag. Let's go green. Oh, they've held it for one more. Green flag. Oh, we're going green. That was a late call. Let's go. Maybe a caution that's been flown there because I do not see it currently green. They are not at full speed. I guarantee that.
The yellow flag is out.
Yeah, they've called a manual caution. There may have been something specifically that's happened. I don't know if I have enough time to bring anybody actually into the booth to have a chat to me about that one. I don't think we will. I think we're going to go green this one. All right, we'll work with us here. My first time casting for this brilliant network. We can tell you what the full speed at the moment, and there's no way, Mike's. Yeah, there's way up the road there. What I'm going to do really quickly, I don't think he's gonna murder me for doing it, but I might grab Aaron here for a second and have him for a quick chat. Aaron, I'm going to pull you up in the booth here for a very quick chat. Sorry about that, my friend. What was it that caution, green, and then caution called, and then again?
There was a wreck during the pit cycle, and iRacing had everything all jacked up and saying this car passed and this car was supposed to wait on this truck, and so we just started rolling slow, let everybody pass the start-finish line, then we threw another yellow. That way it would kind of settle everything down and let it iRacing restack and hopefully put everybody back in order. That way everybody gets a fair opportunity since it was a glitch in the scoring.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I mean, we are on another caution lap there, so I will talk to you really briefly before we get closer. Good clean racing, my friend. Very good. Oh, in fact, we have a whole bunch of people. You're not going pit road, are you? Because if you are, I'll leave you alone.
Oh, I am. We're good, though.
Oh, okay. I was going to say Brandon Wallace, Johnny Caulfield there, Aaron. And just to ask you that, why are drivers going to pit road right now? Is that just to give enough gas or tires to go to the end of this one?
Yeah, just throw a little extra fuel in there and take advantage of a few extra sets of tires just to kind of have something to maybe get a little further to the end. We'll have to still make one more pit stop, but hopefully this will help us stretch it a little bit further and be able to have a shot at it at the end.
Yeah, I appreciate you having. I mean, I don't want to drag anybody in here. I thought I'd drag yourself in here, my friend, and I'll put you back down to the Pro Man Motorsports Racing team. It was interesting before too because Mike and Jesse stayed out a lap later on that pit stop strategy, and they caught Jonathan Caulfield, who was way up the road actually. As you know, Johnny's won 6 races, and they managed to get the skip on him for the overcut. I think it was. Is that something your team are looking for later on?
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to see how the strategy did play out with everybody staying a little longer and some people coming down shorter. Typically, I like to stay out a little longer, and on these 1.5-mile tracks, just so the tires will be a little fresher at the end. But yeah, I think it's going to be the strategy's up in the air right now, so it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens from here until we get to the end. It's gonna be pretty close on fuel, so it might be an interesting strategy race.
I hope so, my friend. I appreciate that. We're not, unfortunately, not live. Something happened with the technical thing, but I'm recording this, so we'll put this up live on the YouTube channel later on, my friend. So I'm just treating it the best I possibly can. Good luck on you. You're going to be P16 or 15 or so there, but you might be a little bit better on that strategy later on because you boxed on lap 71, whereas most of the fields boxed on lap 61 or 65. Good luck, my friend. I'm going to drag you back into your Pro Man Esports, and hopefully we'll chat after.
Alrighty, I appreciate it. Thank you.
There was Aaron for the Pro Man Sports team that had a little bit of a chat to me earlier, and it's the first time I actually chatted to him. Good bloke and good motor racing, actually, from everybody here. So please make sure that if you are looking to hang out and race with these fantastic gladiators around this track here, your trucks, this is a series to be. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more to go. Well, we know that the pace car lights are off. Going to be interesting to see at the moment whether Mr. Jonathan Caulfield on that little bit of a boxing earlier strategy, pit stop earlier, 1 lap earlier, he's going to want to retake that position. I got a feeling he's got a fight on his hands. I got a feeling Mike's going to want to fight it for tooth and nail. I got a feeling the 94 machine of Jesse's going to fight it tooth and nail. Both those drivers gained 6 and 4 positions each. Mike, of course, is down 2, but let's go motor racing.
Green, green, green.
Well, up front, they're not really gambling too much with the two abreast just yet. They're trying to get a feel for the fresh boots and the temperature changes. Of course, the colder tyres getting the temperature up here around Charlotte. Lots of action at the back. This is fantastic. Yeah, take a little bit of a breather from speaking all the time. And just have a listen and focus to this fantastic racing. Because there's a challenge for the lead currently at the moment. I told you that Caulfield wants it back. He's gained Jesse, and he's on the hunt currently at the moment for Mike for P1. Tell you what, this is going to be spicy and dicey right now, everybody. Wow, wow, wow. Things going to heat up. We have 45 laps to go still, so I didn't think it'd heat up just as much yet, but drivers are eager to get a little bit of position changes currently in the moment. We did speak, of course, to the man himself, who currently at the moment, Aaron's up into P7, so in P11, sorry. He's gained quite a few places after that restart, but he was talking to us about gasoline, and that is it going to be enough to go to the end? Now, they're getting a little slicey and dicey. You can see at the moment the Ford's going to sell the inside there. That's Gareth. That's Mike Kostek. And that's Gareth Kender, who's currently leading this race. Not winning this race, of course. You've got to get a Chip Barney first. You're going to win it, my friend. And if more importantly, Jonathan, that's dropped back down into P5, I think he's kind of happy to sit back there because we saw this earlier with Jonathan. When he loses the lead of the race, he sits back, and that's probably strategy at play. Because later on, he comes back charging like a bull out of the gates. And, well, 6-time race winner. There's probably a reason why you do that. Taking care of your equipment, taking care of your car, taking care of your fuel, and see how it pans out. Because the only lap that counts, everybody knows, is lap 120. Another lap, Barney says. Bingo, 80 of 120. 41 to go. Give or take. Gareth in the lead. 4 positions gained at the moment here for the number 13 Ford machine. He's liking up the lead there. And I tell you what, if you take a little bit of a chapter out of the book of racing there from the 58 machine of Jonathan, he built himself almost a second to change. We have a caution. And that, that's the other coalfield. I think that's the other coalfield. That's Johnny. So, whilst I was talking about one coalfield, unfortunately, the other one has had a little bit of an incident. Let's see if we can find out the replay on that one. So this is Johnny earlier. Oh, my apologies. It's Johnny there. Yeah, here it is. Oh, he's got tapped for sure. Let's have a look. Oh, yep. There's a little tag. And I think it was the 84 machine. That's very, very close. I'll rewind this one for a little bit. I just want to see how close that was. I mean, of course, you're talking about driving at millions of miles an hour. So not millions, it was exaggeration. So the 84 on the inside there, you can see currently in the moment, Johnny's in 97 on the outside. He's going to turn in a little bit. And we're talking about spicing and dicing at a level like this. So 84 is allowing enough space here. Keep an eye out for 53, getting a nice little suction toe in there. 97's had to drop off a little bit. And 84, that is close to, I hate to say the word netcode, but that is seriously close to the word netcode. We have drivers going to pit road, so we'll have to go back to live. Jonathan Caulfield, I think, has gone down to pit road. Yes, he has. So I think everybody, literally everybody, has gone to pit road currently at the moment, which is something else. Which means at the moment, I'm gonna drag my friend Aaron back in here again too, so he can give us more feedback about this, because I don't think he's gonna worry too much about it. Aaron, I'm gonna drag you back in here again, my friend, because we're under another caution, and you're my co-commentator tonight. How was that? I mean, I think you're aware of the accident, but it was not the championship leader Caulfield, but Johnny Caulfield. And to me, it looked like a little bit of netcode, because those cars were side by side, but probably weren't aware of it, but you know.
I saw it happen in my rearview mirror, but I didn't really see what exactly happened. But
they were side by side. I don't know. The vacuum cleaner went over suction and dragged them together. I mean, it could be netcode, it could be not. You know, I don't like netcode so much, but that's just the way it is, my friend. It happens.
Yep, it is. Sometimes it is like that. I don't know.
Is this sorry? Is this messed up your strategy right now? Because everybody's gone to pit road. Everybody has boxed at the same time.
Yeah, it's
hang on, Daniel's gone back in.
It's got us right on the bubble. He might have just made the winning move by going back down pit road. I'm gonna be close. It's gonna be real close.
All right. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to drag you back down because pace car's coming out. So speak to you soon.
All right. Appreciate it.
And there you go for the fantastic. So Daniel's in pit road. Tony's in pit road. And, well, pace car lights are off. And pace truck lights are off. Car lights, whatever. Same thing. You all know what I'm talking about. Gareth, the man in the lead of this race. Now, he's up 4 positions. And a 27 is getting a little eager. That's Michael Nash now. Good for him to be up there again. Tracy Parsons, Jonathan Caulfield to be there. Mike, Clint, and Brandon Wallace. So there's a lot at players to be here for the playing for the 38 laps remaining here. The Apex Esports Showdown. Woo! This is going to get exciting. We had practically no cautions at the very start of the race. And all of a sudden, just like that, ton of cautions. But that's what happens. Cautions breed cautions. And all the drivers had pitted back in lap 81. So whatever gas or tires that they took, they are on even Stevens. Our 4th caution. So fantastic. 3rd caution, really. For the first caution was just a regular caution. Oh, well, Barney, you want to go motor racing? I think so. Let's see how it's going to pan out for the rest of the race. Oh, wow. This is going to get spicy and dusty in the midfield. Sorry, this is not the midfield. We're talking about battles for P2, P3, P4. Wow. We may start seeing 3 abreast at some point. I can't imagine it wouldn't happen when you get closer to that 10 to go. But they are getting hungry. And why not for a race win? A race win around here halfway through the championship would be brilliant for some of these drivers at the moment. Everybody needs to think about denying the man that's won so many of them this evening. The man that's won so many of them this evening. Jonathan down here currently at the moment. Here he is. He's in P7. He dropped back big time. Either way, a strategy, he just wants to sit back at the moment and go, I'm not going to be involved in any of this. But then again, the more you drop back, my friend, the more chances you're going to be involved in an incident. Tracy passes way up the road there. Good lead. Look at that. On the back of his car there as well. So, got some passion for Tracy Passions. And Michael Nash at the moment and Gareth Kinder. This is going to be great. 35 to go. And this one should, hopefully without cautions, jump through those track laps pretty quickly here at the Apex Sim Racing, presented by V-Speed Network, and keep an eye on those battles further back. Johnny Boy's dropped off big time. Now, this is the man that started in P3 in the restart. He's down in P8. He's going to make a challenge back there. Maybe has Johnny played these cards the right way? Oh, 3 abreast. I thought we might see it, gentlemen, ladies and boys and girls, dogs and cats, everything you possibly have here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And wow, respect to these drivers. This is good door-to-door banging, as the redneck announcer would say, door-to-door banging. Of course, Jacob, who also presents broadcasting, commentating here at the moment. But the battle currently moment for P2 at the moment. Here's Clint, and here's Gareth, and that's the 6 of the 13 machine. And don't you forget about Michael Nash in the background, just sitting here at the moment going, all right, gentlemen, let's see if I can sneak on by. This is great. Let's enjoy this. Hey, he got snuck on by the 4 machine. Bike's gone and caught him sleeping. Oh, in the fence. Now, who is that? Oh, I think that's still okay. I think that's still good. There's no caution on the Speedway, so wow. Yep. Oh, well, there's a big smash. It's gonna hurt. Somebody was tangling with the fence big time. A lot to catch up on here. Well, I told you, gentlemen, at the moment there. Oh, here we go. This could be 3 abreast. We knew it was going to get spicy dusty, 31 to go. Maybe a day late, $1 short earlier for you, gentlemen. Don't risk it for the biscuit just yet, but why not provide us with some fantastic entertainment? Because this is what we like here. Look at this. This is a battle for P2. Tracy's up the road there. 1 second of change going. Gentlemen, battle all you like. All I have to do is go 30 more laps and I've won the race. We don't know if he's got everything you need. Oh, this is it. We're going to see 3. Maybe. I don't recommend it, gentlemen, but you know what? I kind of do, because I like it. I like entertainment. I like motor racing. And you want motor racing as its finest. You found it here at the Apex Esports Series. Wow. I just want to sit on board and watch it. I'm too excited myself. I'm going to go get myself some popcorn. Fire up the microwave. So he's lifted up a little bit there, Mikey, that took the run there to Clint. And we've got to think about Clint. We haven't even spoken about the number 6 machine. Look at this. He's on a charge. And he's got Tracy up the road there. I don't know what the hell this man has done, but whatever this man has done is golden. 9 positions gained. Tracy, remember, up the road's gained 8 positions as well. Where is Jonathan? Jonathan Confidence down to P7. Here we go. Challenge. And we're going to be up 3 abreast, a little bit further back. Mike going. All right. Let's go. Let's party. It's Charlotte. It's race time. 27 to go. Further back at the moment, you can see the battle for another 3 places. But really, this is the hot zone. It's the heat zone. And hopefully it's not going to be the Geico restart zone because we want everything to go green, green, green at the moment. Clint leading from Mike and Tracy lurking in the background. Oh, there's some door banging there. This is lovely. Wheel to wheel racing with 25 to go. This is fantastic. That's the 4 and the 7. That's Mike Kostek and Clint. Rest going for 2 for now. And they're building a bit of a gap at the moment. There's almost a second and change down the road there to Tracy Passage, who was leading this one. Gareth's just overtaken Tracy at the back behind them. And that's currently for the P3 position. But this is the battle. If they can keep this gold and green here for the remainder of the 24 laps as they cross the line, this is going to be heated up. We're talking about a couple of drivers here that may be taking their first or second race win ever here at the championship, because I don't think anything at the moment that our current championship leader, Jonathan Caulfield, is down to P7 at the moment. I don't know what exactly happened after his restart, but he's gone pearl-shaped, and at the moment, well, these 2 drivers aren't going pearl-shaped yet. Don't take each other out, gentlemen. You have great points and positions here to get it done there with 24 to go. This is motor racing, and it's motor racing at its finest. Couple of cautions up your sleeve, no doubt, because we have a gladiator grid. But I tell you what, right now, it's brilliant racing. And these 2 have such of a gap right now. As long as they don't take each other out with 21 or and change to go, they're looking gold for a race win. This could be down to slow that camera down across the racing line and see who wins by a fraction of a second and a fraction of a second. You got to remember too, a Formula 1 car travels across a football pitch in 1 second. Oh, really? Mike had to lift off big time on that one. He's going to have to come back. Oh, it's huge. Clint lifted. Oh, he's gone to the pit road, and that's completely caught off guard. There's no caution on the Speedway. But Gareth had to see that car slowing down at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Wow. Clint's gone to the pit road. So we don't even know at the moment if they have enough gasoline to go to the end. We spoke, of course, earlier to the man himself, and he wasn't 100% sure. And now, wow, I mean, breaking down like that, slowing down right now to get in the speed road. I mean, you have to slow down to get on the speed road into the pit lane, of course. But the other drivers aren't really aware of what you're doing. And that's where it becomes so difficult, isn't it? You can't communicate against your other non-teammates. Look at this battle further up at the moment here, because now we have Gareth is leading this way. Jonathan's back in this one. Don't take out Jonathan, because the man's won 6 races. He knows he may have a strategy at play that he's playing in the back of his head there, but he's got bike all over the back of his tailpipe. Fantastic. I really wish I had a co-commentator in here right now, because I might lose my voice. This is crazy racing. Welcome along. This is the Apex E-Series. Showdown Sports. Can you believe Johnny's got back in the lead of this race? I thought he was done and dusted and put it back in P7 ago, and that was about 10 laps. No. Johnny knows exactly what to do. When Johnny's rolling, Johnny is rocking and rolling at the moment. Johnny Caulfield, the 58 machine, leading this race. Does he have enough gasoline in the tank? Does he have enough everything to get it done? We don't know. We had a couple of drivers go to pit road, but one thing he knows, 2 drivers battling in his rear view mirrors. That's Gareth Kinder and Mike Kostek, and that's a battle for P2. And no, inspired them, of course, Michael Nash and Jesse Willington. This is fantastic motor racing at its finest. Oh, they're going to give him a run for the money then. The race leader at the moment, they give him a run for money. Give him a run for money at the moment. Number 4 machine. That's Mikey up the outside. He's like, you're not going to get it, Johnny. 15 to go. This is where it's going to get hot zone. This is going to be where you are in the danger zone, if you're according to the Top Gun movies. Welcome to the danger zone. Welcome to Charlotte, because this is going to be spicy and dicey. We don't know if these drivers have what it takes in the gasoline to get it to the end, but I'll tell you what, right now, they have the energy, the spirit, and they have the determination to get it done. And exactly at the moment there, the number 4 machine, if you look at on the side there, it says cancer. I totally agree with that one. Good on you there. And that's Mikey, and he's got the current little bit of a lead here. At the moment, you're riding on board with Gareth in P3. Now, he doesn't want to risk it for the biscuit, go up, setting up the inside there, but he's in a good position because any of these drivers make a little bit of a mistake right now. The old Gareth, sorry, can get the job done. Michael Nash is lurking in the background. This is huge. Look at the cars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and perhaps even back to Jesse could win this one. So down to 13 to go. Unlucky for some. Let's see if it's lucky for Mikey to get this job done. So now it's crunch time. When you're getting about 10 to go, look at that track map at the moment too. So you have 17 and the 3 there out of the way, so they shouldn't even be approaching them in a million miles an hour, so lap traffic should not be a problem here at Charlotte. Now you get about 10 to go. This is it. This is make or break time. This is when your best friends become your mortal enemies on track, at least, because you want to get the points as you possibly can. It's fantastic. And you know Johnny wants it, and I tell you what, Mikey has to hold off in this one for the sim racing products. You can see at the back there. Use the code BANDITS1 at the checkout. Well, will he be using the code BANDIT1s to show off his racing skills to win this race here at Charlotte for round 11? He's got to hold off the man that's leading the championship. You know, Johnny, I was going to say Johnny be good. Johnny B. Caulfield is going to be slicing and dicing and working him away. And strategy-wise, I think Jonathan Caulfield, the first time I broadcasted, he's going to be that man that just chews at you, just starts to annoy you all the time. It's almost like road rage, isn't it, on the motorway? It's like, you know, he's just in your mirrors all the time, and that's going to be frustrating. But you've got to hold in there. I say, if I was an engineer as well, too, to Mike, don't mirror drive. Rip those mirrors off your number 4 machine. Forget that even there. Don't even look backwards. Only look forwards. And just do your absolute best. I'm not taking anything away from you, Jonathan, but, you know, I always like to go for drivers that haven't had as many race wins as the favorite. So there we go. But don't count out, of course, Gareth and Jesse in the background, because they're going to seize opportunities. We'll see a little bit of a switcheroo between Michael Nash there and Jesse Willington. But this is it. Mikey has to hold on tight to perhaps, with 8 to go, almost 7 to go, soon down the backstretch, get the job done, but I'm scared. It reminds me of this Indianapolis 500 that we saw recently, one of the best Indianapolis motor races of all time, when it comes down to the final lap, and when you're going to get the perfect moment there, got the gasoline, got the tires, hit the loud pedal as loud as you possibly can, because this is motor racing at its finest. And look at this! Gareth's going, hurry up, Mikey! You've just let Jonathan take the lead of this race. You got to let him win another one. That's going to be That's going to be 7 races wins for him. Gareth and Mike need to work together at the moment, because you would let this man win. He's going to win, and he will win. And Jonathan Caulfield has done it before. So, gentlemen, get on with it. Oh, 3 abreast in the background. I'll stay with this camera for a second. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Honestly, Gareth and the 13 and the 4, they've got to work together. They have to work together, because I'd have to say, Johnny Caulfield is just too good. He's going to win it again. Nothing against you, Johnny, because you're doing it the right job, the right place at the right time. I'm just telling you, who else wants to win a race? This guy's already won 6. Come on, man. Work together, gentlemen. Good battling there. 27 in the 94. That's Michael Nash there. And that's Jesse Willington. And you guys got to work together as well, too, if you want to get some good places up here in the championship here. But now Johnny's got a 35-second gap there. You're going to get into the toe there, Gareth. Hunt him down, my friend. 5 to go. This is exciting. I'm sad that we can't broadcast this live at the moment, but I am hyped, hyped, hyped. And as the laps are clicking over currently at the moment, it's big problems at the moment for anybody who wants to rent the race win. I think they're really struggling at the moment to decide who wants to get anyone on the podium more than anything. Jesse Willington and Mike are battling it out too for now. Michael Nash is further in the background there. And they're going for it. The problem is they're not going for it enough to get the race lead. And the race lead, of course, is Caulfield. He's gone up the road there. He's done. He timed it perfectly for those overtakes. Don't know what it does. Well, then again, ask a 6-time race winner how to get it done, and then probably talk to him very soon about how he gets it done. But further back there, Gareth hasn't got enough pace there. Jesse needs to give him a push. You need to give him a push somewhere along the line. You're running out of time. 3 to go. You've got to get the energy up there. Got to somehow find a way to catch Mr. Caulfield. Because Mr. Caulfield's 2 to go to get a race win for the 7th time this season here at the Apex E-Series. Well, there it is, Barney. The way the flag man has said, Johnny, bring him home to get your number 7. And I think Johnny's going to be like, absolutely, thank you very much. Christian's going into pit road at the moment there on the last lap of this race. That's from P9. That's a late break, unless he's got a penalty. But I don't think anything at the moment Jonathan Caulfield needs to worry about for the Chevrolet 58 machine. You can see a huge battle brewing up behind them. But that's not going to affect this man. It's not going to affect his championship hopes as well. Number 7 is for Jonathan Caulfield. Guess what, my friend? The Apex Esports Charlotte Motor Speedway is yours. As we'd expect, the man will burn it down. And why not? Less tires. They're non-refundable. You don't have to bring them back, my friend. What? Hey, look at that. Right in front of Barney. As everybody will zoom by. Jonathan Caulfield just retires from the session. He's done and dusted. He's like, I've just had enough. It's been fun. I've won another race. speaking of those results, we'll pull them up currently right now at the moment. And here we go. So the first time I broadcast this fantastic race for the Apex East Series Showdown. There it is. So Johnny gets the job done again and gets that P1. From P1, Gareth Kinder will get that P2. Jesse Willington will get himself up in the P3. Just gets ahead of Mike Rostock there. Michael Nash will get that P5 there. Charles Stevens Jr., P6. Brandon Wallace, a fantastic job as well. Will get himself in P7. More importantly, Tony Ellington in the 77 machine. 10 positions gained, probably the biggest gainer at the moment, at least in this race. So good job for him. Dan the man will get that. Holdcraft will get that P9. Alan Smith will get that P10. Rest of the field you can read through yourselves as it goes all the way down to Lucas Lyons. We'll take a little bit of break. We'll see if we get some of these drivers at least there for a quick chin wagon, a chat on the V Sports Network. Do not go anywhere. Back in just a minute. Welcome back, everybody, and what an exciting race it was. Johnny, Garrett, and Jesse have the top three at the moment there, and well, 3 positions gained for Garrett and Jesse, but at the moment, we're going to talk to Jesse at the moment for the 94 machine. Hello, Jesse. How was your race?
I wish I could say I was happy, but there was a lot of stuff that I really don't want to dive into too much on here right now, but I mean, I just wish I could have been able to battle with the 13 and the 58 there at the end a little bit better, but it's how things work out sometimes, and at least we come away with our 3rd straight podium, so I'll take it.
Well, Jesse, on the last lap at the moment, you're in P4, so you got the job done there for that. And you were right up there battling it out with everybody else, the alternative strategies and things like that. Yeah, remember, you had 4 pit stops, as well as Garrett, they finished at P2, whereas Mr. Caulfield. But more, I was speaking about this in the chat. Like, you and Garrett need to work together because once Johnny got off the road, my friends, so that was it. So, did you guys want the race when you got to work together?
Well, I mean, it's hard to do that whenever there's a lap car in between us and battling like he's on the lead lap.
Yeah,
that's where some of my frustrations come in. But I mean, at the end of the day, I was just trying to save some fuel, save some tires, and I felt like I did that, but there's some conversations that need to be had and to see what I did wrong, because
all right. I like the analysis. Well, you're up 3 positions, obviously, so that's a positive. Anyone you would like to thank there for your 94 machine?
Yeah, I mean, you could see it on the hood there, USIC. Of course, you guys for the broadcast. Bert, my buddy Bert's Beats, and Focus Fuel. I need to get them on this truck, actually. This league in general, I got to thank them, and I have to send a massive shout out to my wife, my kids. They're always supportive of me coming out here and doing this. So massive thank you to them, and yeah, I'm happy to come away with P3, but strive for a little bit better next time out.
Thank you very much, Jesse. It sounds like a little bit of a disappointment. P3, I'll take that any day on a podium, but it sounds to me like this is a man that wants more, and I like it. That's striving to surviving, not the Netflix series, but that's striving to get it done here at the Fantastic Racing Network. So for the Apex, good on you. And of course, thank God you actually had thanked your wife and kids, otherwise you're going to get murdered later on. You'll be sleeping on the sofa. But we'll have next up at the moment, of course, is the man that finished in P2. That's number 13 machine. Another one that finished P3 positions up there. Gareth, how was your race?
It was pretty fun. Just got out there, and man, I felt like I was on the outside the whole race, just racing with people, racing with Cofield, racing with Caustic. Just anybody that even tried to go on the inside, I was just hanging on the outside and just having fun with it. So a lot of fun with it. Just burn off the right front a couple times early in the race, and then that last run was a pure fuel saver run. I don't know if I ever got above 80% throttle on the straightaways, so it was pretty entertaining. Cofield just outsaved us, I think, and ran away with it. Like, he's been running away with them all season, and he deserves it, man. He's running lights out.
Yeah, okay, but you're battling it out with him in the championship. Don't give it to him that easy. We'll speak to him in a second. You boxed. I always say box. Sorry, but yeah, you put your car in the box of the pit lane on 120 on the lap 121. So you had the freshest boots and enough gasoline to take it at the end.
Everything I was showing, and I sputtered at the line there at the end. 53 gave me a shot in the bumper to get me across the line, but everything I was showing I was about a quarter of a lap short the entire run, no matter how much I tried to save. I just tried to keep Caustic, tried to keep Cofield kind of in touch, where if my calculator ever did decide it wanted to cooperate with me, that I could hammer down and reel them in a little bit. But I think they were kind of doing the same thing. At one point, I reeled them in 2 or 3 tenths, and then they took back off. So they were probably kind of playing the same game I was, about just kind of keeping their on the fuel calculator and doing some math in their head, and then deciding when to push and when to kind of lay back.
You guys are going to probably be a little bit disappointed when you look back at the. Well, this is not live at the moment, but I'm recording it, so we'll put this up on YouTube. But you'll be disappointed at the moment to look at the after the last restart under the last caution. Jonathan was back in P7 or something like that. He sliced through the field there. So
yeah,
you're going to have to look at the tape on that one, gentlemen, because you can't let that man do it all the time. He's going to win. He's going to practically wrap up the championship.
Yeah, he's I think he's got a race and a half points lead right now, and I'm not going to say it's impossible to make that up. It'll be a difficult time. 2 seasons ago, I won the championship without winning a single race. So crazier things have happened. He's doing a lot of winning, and we'll see what shakes down in Phoenix.
Got to work together to take out the Mr. Man and P1, which we'll talk to in a second. But you'd like to thank your sponsors, Big Frig and all that. What's that lovely on the 13 machine you have?
Yeah, of course, I got to thank Kinder Farm and Ranch at Ratchet Speed Shop. Been with me since day one. Great support coming from back home. Big Frig, if you're familiar with the intermoded rotomodal coolers, they're just another one of those companies that I've got linked up with through the years, and had a good relationship with them. So if you want to keep your stuff hot and keep your stuff cold and for cheaper than longer than anyone else, make sure you check out Big Frig and Cross 5 cattle coolers at bigfrig.com. Ray Page and Andy over at Wolfpack Racing. Aaron over here, not only is he the guy that runs the league for us, but also a team owner for me. So big shout out to him for keeping the lights on over here, along with Jimmy over at Apex. Got some great gear over there. I'm running one of their button boxes, even though I'm in VR. It's perfect. I can just reach down and hit it and do whatever I need to do. So shout out to everybody that keeps the lights on over here. Thanks for stepping in. I don't know. I think Eddie said he had a prior obligation, so thanks to you for stepping in and running the broadcast for us. And I'm sure you did a good job. Look forward to going back and watching it.
Well, thank you. I hope I did a good job, of course. But you're the gladiators, of course. I just put the cameras in the right direction and talk about it. But you are the other showmen and women that are on track.
I got to interrupt you one time. My wife's about to bite my head off because I didn't thank my wife.
Oh, you're sleeping on the sofa.
I'm sleeping on the sofa tonight, boys. It's going to be a long night.
Thank you, Gareth. Garrett, sorry, I might get your sorry, I just the first time, and thank you very much for your fantastic network. Good on you for the repo racing, you're getting your job done. For unlucky for some, not for you, my friend. 13, so keep it going. You have one target up the list, of course, which is the man we're going to be talking to right now. So obviously, here it is, Mr. Johnny. I'll be talking about you quite a lot during this race, my friend. Looks like you've done another one.
Yeah, I got another one looked up in a little bit of fuel strategy. I think everybody wasn't using the whole gas pedal that last run. I know when we come out of the pits, I know I was a gallon and a half short, so tried to save a little bit at the beginning, fell back, trying to get some draft, just save some fuel, and then I seem to be doing pretty good on my tires all night, so I kind of figured I could pick back through them guys pretty easily. Just trying to wrap that paint,
Is that that's what I'll ask you, actually, because I saw you led a lot of those races right up into the first manual caution, okay, and then out of the pit road you had the lead again, but then you dropped back and allowed a bunch of cars to go through there. And I thought that was kind of strategy, which it sounds to me like it was. Your 5258 Chevrolet. And then later on towards this race, I mean, after that last caution, you were back in P7. I was like, I don't know if this man can win it anymore. And then you just slice and you dice your way through the field there, with about, give or take 5 or 6 laps to go. Bang, you're back out of the lead. It's like, oh, it's the reason why you're a 7-time race winner.
Yeah, a lot of these mile-and-a-half tracks, you can pretty much go wide open first few laps. This is one of those. You can go kind of wide open in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 was pretty treacherous all night, even in practice. I think we practiced with 120-degree track temp, and then coming into the night kind of made the track, the track and the truck was a little different. So, I never did try to jump up that high side. There's a lot of fast guys in here, but some of them want to get the positions they can with the fresh tires, and then they fall off. So I wasn't really worried about falling back. I was just kind of trying to save fuel and tires at the same time.
Sounds like a man that's cool, calm, and collected. Why not? You're leading the championship. And first time I broadcasted the Apex Sim Racing here on V-Speed, and it to me, looking at your racecraft, it was like it's a sign of a champion, isn't it? You're cool, calm, and you're collective. Probably not in the car, of course. You're probably sitting there going like that. But when you're in the booth, it goes to show that I think there's a lot of strategy at play. I think what you do is that you plan things. You don't, as I was saying on the broadcast, risk it for the biscuit so much. You're like, okay, I don't need to be in P1, with 20 laps to go. I just need to take it easy, and when time comes, I'll get the overtakes done, and I get the job done. My friend, you got the job done.
Yeah, these things ain't sprints. It's a race. It's
I didn't get a burnout, by the way. I'm upset on the broadcast. I'm looking at your car right now. There's no burnout. Anyway,
it was out of gas.
Go ahead.
No more.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Johnny, my friend.
But it's not a sprint. It's a race. Just a lot of guys out here. A lot of fast guys. It's just who learns to save the tires better. The truck is probably my best vehicle. Next gen, Xfinity, I'm decent, but I've done a lot of races in the truck, so it kind of fits my driving style. Most races we go to, the truck's tight. I like to drive a tight car. I cannot drive a loose car at all. So the setup in the truck kind of fits my style, and I don't know. We'll see if we can get this championship. Just keep putting them W's up.
Fit yourself in the championship as well, too, my friend. And really briefly, because I'm alone in the booth here this evening, we'll talk about the calendar, my friend, and we'll show that up currently at the moment. So that we've just ticked off that Charlotte. We're about halfway through the season, my friend. We've got a whole bunch of tracks. Are you aware of those tracks? I'm not quite sure you can see the stream, but we've got Worldwide Tech, Nashville, Pocono, Lucas Oil. I'm not quite sure what track that is, but any of those, your Achilles heel per se? Like, I mean, obviously you're dominating, but which is to alert your opponents right now? Which is the one that you don't like?
I really don't like Lucas Oil. It's a short track. It's made for late models. It's going to be right up against the fence. Going to be hard to pass on the bottom. I really don't like one groove racetracks, especially if they're on the top, like Kansas, stuff like that. But the rest of the schedule will be fun. Aaron Adcock does a great job running this series, putting the schedules together. I think they try to follow the real life schedule. So
fair enough, exactly. And Phoenix, this is a championship night. Was that a track that how would you rate your Phoenix performances?
Yeah, I really like Phoenix. It kind of fits my driving style. I kind of like a flat track where you can kind of roll the center, really be patient, slow the truck down, let it roll, let the truck do its job. I kind of like those, like Richmond, nice flat track. So it ought to be pretty interesting.
All right, excellent. We're going to throw in a road course of Indianapolis as a spontaneous roast in there. No, it's fine. Anybody you'd like to thank, my friend, before we end the broadcast?
Yeah, man, I want to thank you for coming on V-Speed and doing the broadcast. I always love your broadcast. Usually you got Jacob Reeves with you. Mm-hmm. I've watched a few and been in a few Goat Locker ARCA races and stuff with y'all calling, but really like your play calling. I want to thank Aaron Adcock and everybody over here at Apex for especially Apex for coming on. I know they've been sponsoring these guys for quite a bit. Just a good job to all the guys in here, man. We didn't have a whole lot of cautions. Good, clean racing as usual. You know, it's a big family in here. Everybody in here pretty much has raced in other leagues together, so we kind of know how each other drives and all that kind of stuff. So, and I want to thank SM Racing Products. If you don't have a button box, go check those guys out. Use code BANDITS1, save you a little money at checkout. Cofield Asphalt Finishing, Cofield Supply and Service, and all my teammates at Bandits.
Good call, my friend. You should be up to the casting booth with me. Good. Then again, we can't take it away from your fantastic racecraft. And we can't take it away from Mr. Jonathan Caulfield that's dominated this race and is dominating this series. Number 7 is alive for the 58 machine. Fantastic, my friend. Kind words. And I've had a privilege being up here in the booth here for the Apex EF series. It wasn't live, unfortunately, for some technical difficulties, but it will be live on YouTube for everybody to watch back soon. So on behalf of the V-Speed team, and Johnny, don't mind if I call you Johnny or the Johnstar or any of those nicknames I give you, my friend.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So, see you all soon for the next race. Do not go anywhere. It's V-Speed. Let's go fast.